your 20s, a time where everyone older than you says you should cherish it and make the most out of it. That I completely agree. Before 2025 ended, I gave myself time to think about what I wanted to do to build myself up for the long term. What made me think of these kind of things was seeing everyone else on social media and other YouTube creators make these resolutions and their goals. I'd never really been the type to do that, to be honest, because I never really saw any sort of value in it. I was sort of the type of person that would just do my own thing, go with the flow, and see what happens, that sort of thing. Now I'm at a stage in life where I'm in university, I'm having to handle my own bills and finances, I'm having to manage many new people since I'm away from home. It gave me a lot of thought, and it made me realize that the path that I'm going down currently was not going to help me in the future, and I had to make a change. As a new 20-year-old, having turned 20 last year, I gave a lot of thought as to what I wanted to focus on. Now, while the things that I mentioned in this video are much less than what I should have said, these are the things that I think are quite important because I don't really see that many people applying it in their life as well. So let's start. Chores. It seems simple. I mean, I wasn't someone who would normally do their chores unless someone told me to, like my mom. Especially since living here by myself, I've had no one to push me. Now, what made me really choose chores as this first thing on the list was the change it really produced when I started pushing myself to actually do it. It can be as simple as cleaning my dusty shelf or mopping and vacuuming my entire floor here. But with that came a much clearer mind, and it gave me much more space to think about different things rather than worrying about how messy my room was. Hobbies. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of us have hobbies. Even if you don't have any hobbies right now, I think this is the great time to actually choose a hobby. So I've chosen going to the gym, making coffee, recently taking photos of what I see in the streets. I have this Fuji film here given to me by my brother. It's an XT200, and I think it's a really neat camera, so thank you, brother, for giving me this camera. Social media consumption. Now, all of us most definitely, especially if you're watching this video, will definitely have some sort of social media. WhatsApp is a kind of social media. WeChat. Why am I talking about social media consumption? Now, social media is a distracting force in our life, I believe. It distracts us from what's important, and it sets unrealistic expectations within ourselves. Social media makes us think how we should live our lives rather than how we want to live our lives, essentially. It pulls us away from our core identity, and that's why I've opted to actually not have any social media except for WhatsApp in my phone, and only use it in my iPad, because I don't bring my iPad around. I don't bring it out when I go with my friends. When I'm in these situations, I'm more focused in the current environment rather than whatever's happening in my phone. Next up is reading. I have never been a reader in my life, no matter how many times my mom has told me to read. I always read 1 or 2 pages and I'm done, man. Like I do not like reading, honestly. I'm not even a fan of reading on the computer itself. I'm more of a person who likes short form content, trying to stray away from that, of course, but I'm a person who prefers like watching videos, watching TikTok and all that. Having been in that environment, I've obviously come across videos which talked about, okay, maybe reading is that good, because one of the few things I set myself for this year in 2026 was to actually try read 10 pages of this book I'm reading. The Emperors of All Maladies, I don't know how to say it, written by Siddhartha Mukherjee. I love this guy. I chose this guy because it relates to my course, Biomedical Sciences, and I've just really enjoy reading things regarding medicine. Now, when it comes to reading, I don't suggest you try read whatever you see in front of you. Don't try reading a classic Russian novel or any sort of like that, because the language and the sort of topics that they talk about may not even interest you. Fiction, it could be romance, drama, horror, whatever. Find a book that you think will entice you and try stick reading to it every single day by reading 10 pages at least. I don't think it'll even take that long if you actually commit your time. It could probably just take 5 minutes. Like, that's what I'm trying to do right now. And so far, I've been succeeding in reading 10 pages per day. I have found that it has a sort of impact in my days. So I hopefully will keep the streak up. Journaling, guys. I'm telling you, journaling is a magical tool for me. As a person who thinks a lot and is always in their head, I don't know if you guys will relate to this, but when you have a lot of ideas and a lot of problems with that, your head tends to feel so much heavier. Like, it's almost like I just want to sleep. I've been journaling for 4 years, and I have to say that journaling has helped me through so many hardships, so many successes, and also just procuring different kinds of ideas which morph into a completely new and a more amazing idea. I write it down, and I feel this sort of load take off of my head because it's there. The idea that it's there makes me feel secure that it's not going to go away, and I can definitely deal with it. It's just that as you grow older, I think journaling just becomes a more apparent solution to all the things you have in your head, because as you grow older, you'll have more problems, you'll have more people to deal with, and you'll just have more ideas, and it never stops growing. However much you have in your head will always be more than yesterday. And being able to write down all these ideas and all these problems just makes you feel lighter in a way. That's the only way I could really describe it. Like, I have a lighter head when I started journaling, and I freaking love journaling. Okay, so here's my actual journal. Like, this is the journal that I look at every morning and every night to track my habits and my thoughts and problems. And I have a smaller one that I try to bring around with me at least, but that's where I put in the sort of spontaneous ideas that I have in my head, because I don't want to lose it. You could probably use the journal app or notes app on your phone, but I find that I just think it's distracting. So I think it's better to have one thing for one use, personally. Lastly is finances. I cannot stress enough how important managing your finances are in this age. As you grow older, you depend less on your parents, and you have this drive to actually want to work more, possibly get more things that you normally wouldn't be able to get when you were with your parents, because it's not your money, it's your parents' money. I'm the type, honestly, to buy things spontaneously. I'm not a very financially wise guy, but I am trying to be. I'm trying to track my spendings. I'm trying to allocate how much I want to save this month and everything. Friendships, especially as we get older, life makes it difficult to actually make new friends. In school, back in high school, you could be the most popular kid if you wanted to. You could have a whole load of friends and a big group back then. But when you get into college, there's a high chance that these people that you would have known are all over the world, and you'll be all alone in a country. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but one of the few things I've found, for me at least, is coming into university. Many people see university as something that's on the side, and something else is always their main focus. Sometimes it could be athletics, it could be the job they're doing. Because of that, people tend to not look for friends within university. And that makes making friends quite difficult, especially when you don't know anyone within the country you're staying at. I'd like to branch off from friendships and go on to saying yes more. I'm not telling you to say yes all the time. I'm just telling you to say yes to things that seem to not have any harm. Like if someone like in school asks you out for coffee or brings you to the gym or whatever, I think you should always say yes to these kind of things, because these things, the time you spend together, is what helps form friendships. And even if it doesn't, at least you tried, and you won't go home thinking maybe you would have been good friends. So that'll be it for my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I have much to learn as I am just entering my 20s, but I can only hope that this coming decade, I pray that I will grow into the person that I want to be and that I envision myself to be. I hope I'm there financially, physically, mentally, emotionally. I mean, I'm very fortunate. Like, I got posters, I got a light right there. It's a fire light, by the way. Let me show y'all. Oh, it's on my phone. It can change lights. I can change it. Have a good day, and I can't wait to talk with you all again in the near future. Sayonara, arigato gozaimasu. Goodbye, my friends. See ya.